God says, "Do not ignore me. I need talk to you a last time. My beloved child, stop for a moment and listen to me. Do not rush past this message as though it has appeared before you by accident. Do not treat these words like another sound among the thousands of sounds that fill your day. I have placed this before your eyes at a very specific moment, and I am calling your heart to become still because there is something I need to speak to you before you take another step in the same direction. You have ignored many quiet warnings before. You have felt small movements in your spirit and brushed them aside. You have sensed that I was trying to draw you closer, but you said, "Later, Lord, not now." You promised yourself you would pray later, change later, surrender later, listen later. But my child, there are moments when later becomes dangerous, not because I stop loving you, but because the path ahead begins to narrow and the choices you make begin to carry weight you do not yet understand. I am not speaking to frighten you. I am speaking because I love you too deeply to stay silent while you drift toward places that will wound you. I have watched you walk with a tired heart, carrying questions that no one else sees. I have seen you smile while your soul was asking whether I still care. I have heard the prayers you could not finish because your chest grew heavy and your words fell apart. I have seen the tears you wiped away quickly before anyone noticed. And I have also seen the stubborn part of your heart that keeps saying, "I can handle this alone." But you were never created to carry everything alone. You were never created to keep walking while pretending that silence inside you is peace. You were made to live close to me, to hear my voice, to be guided by my hand, and to recognize when I am calling you away from something that no longer carries life. My child, I need to talk to you because there is a decision forming around your life. You may not see it clearly yet, but I see the direction of your steps. I see the small compromises that appear harmless. I see the relationships that slowly pull you away from prayer. I see the habits that numb your spirit. I see the thoughts that whisper, "It does not matter anymore." I see how tired you are from fighting the same inner battles, and I see how easily you begin to accept what once troubled your conscience. That is why I am reaching you now. Not with condemnation, not with anger, not with rejection, but with the firm mercy of a father who refuses to watch his child wander into darkness without calling out one more time. Do not ignore me. Not because I am desperate for your attention like the voices of the world, but because you need my voice more than you realize. There are voices around you that sound helpful but lead your heart into confusion. There are people who speak with confidence but do not carry truth. There are desires that promise comfort but quietly steal your peace. There are doors that look open but behind them is a heaviness you are not prepared to carry. And if you walk only by what feels good in the moment, you may miss the protection I have been placing around you. I have closed certain doors not to punish you, but to keep you from being trapped. I have delayed certain answers not because I forgot you, but because I was preparing you. I have removed certain people not because I wanted you lonely, but because their presence was slowly teaching you to forget who you are in me. Listen carefully, my beloved. The season ahead will reveal what is truly inside your heart. Things that have been hidden will come to the surface. Truth will separate itself from appearances. What was built on convenience will tremble. What was built on my word will remain. You have been asking me why some things feel unstable, why your peace feels interrupted, why certain old comforts no longer satisfy you, why conversations that once distracted you now feel empty. This is not confusion. This is awakening. I am touching the places within you that have been asleep for too long. I am disturbing false peace so that I can give you real peace. I am making you uncomfortable in places where your soul was slowly dying, so that you will not mistake numbness for rest. You have called some things peace only because they did not demand change from you. You have called some relationships safe only because they were familiar. You have called some habits harmless only because they helped you forget your pain for a while. But I see beyond the surface. I know what strengthens you and what drains you. I know what brings you closer to me and what quietly teaches your heart to turn away. And because I love you, I will not bless every path you choose just because you want it. I will not open every door just because you knock. I will not agree with everything your emotions demand. I am too faithful to give you what would destroy the deeper work I am doing in you. My child, there were moments when you thought I was silent because I had left you. But I was never gone. I was watching the formation of your heart. I was teaching your roots to go deeper than feelings. I was showing you that faith is not only singing when the sun is bright. Faith is holding my hand when the night is long and you do not understand what I am doing. You wanted instant answers, but I was building endurance. You wanted quick relief, but I was building wisdom. You wanted every burden removed, but I was teaching you where your true strength comes from. The silence you hated was not empty. It was full of hidden work. I was moving beneath the surface where your eyes could not see. Do you remember Elijah in the wilderness when he was tired enough to give up? He thought the journey had become too much. He wanted everything to end. But I did not crush him with a speech. I sent provision. I gave him rest. I touched him gently and told him to rise because the journey ahead was still long. In the same way, I have not come to shame you for being tired. I have come to strengthen you because there is still a journey before you. Your life is not finished. Your story is not closed. The enemy wanted you to believe that your exhaustion was proof that you had failed. But I tell you, your exhaustion is not the end. It is the place where I will teach you to receive strength that is not your own. There are things I have been trying to speak to you in the quiet, but the noise around you has grown too loud. You run from one thought to another, one worry to another, one distraction to another, and then you wonder why my voice feels distant. I am not far, but your heart has been crowded. You have allowed fear to speak longer than prayer. You have allowed the opinions of others to shape you more than my word. You have allowed the pain of the past to become the lens through which you see your future. So now, I am calling you back into stillness. Not empty stillness, not helpless stillness, but the holy stillness, where your soul remembers who holds it. I need you to listen, because the enemy is not always coming with obvious destruction. Many times he comes with distraction. He does not need to make you reject me loudly, if he can simply make you delay obedience quietly. He does not need to pull you into open rebellion if he can keep you spiritually sleepy. He does not need to destroy your faith in one moment if he can slowly make prayer feel unnecessary, scripture feel distant, worship feel optional, and truth feel negotiable. That is why I tell you, guard your heart. Guard your attention. Guard the place where my voice speaks. Do not hand your peace to every passing thought. Do not give your future to every temporary feeling. My beloved child, there are people and things you must release. You already know some of them. I have shown you through unrest, through repeated disappointment, through the way your spirit becomes heavy after certain conversations. Yet you keep holding on because you fear emptiness. You fear that if you release what is familiar, nothing better will come. But I am the one who fills empty places. I am the one who gives beauty for ashes. I am the one who restores what was lost in ways your mind cannot predict. You are not safer because you cling to what I have asked you to surrender. You are safer when you obey me, even when obedience feels like loss at first. Some of what you call love is fear wearing a soft name. Some of what you call loyalty is bondage disguised as kindness. Some of what you call patience is your heart refusing to admit the truth. I do not call you to hate people. I call you to walk in truth. I call you to forgive without returning to chains. I call you to bless without surrendering your soul to what drains it. I call you to love with wisdom, not blindness. You do not have to keep making yourself small so others can remain comfortable. You do not have to silence the truth inside you to keep false peace alive. My peace does not require you to lose yourself. My peace restores you to who I created you to be. Do not ignore this warning, my child. There is a door in front of you, and it is not just a door of opportunity. It is a door of alignment. To walk through it, you must stop carrying what cannot enter with you. The old resentment cannot come. The old self-hatred cannot come. The old secret compromise cannot come. The old attachment to people who keep pulling you backward cannot come. I am not asking you to become perfect in your own strength. I am asking you to stop defending what I am trying to heal. Stop excusing what I am trying to remove. Stop calling darkness normal because you have lived with it for too long. I know you are afraid of change. I know you wonder who you will become if certain things leave your life. You have built parts of your identity around surviving pain, around being misunderstood, around being the one who keeps going without needing anyone. But I did not create you only to survive. I created you to live, to shine, to carry my presence, to become a testimony that I can restore what looked ruined. The very places where you have been wounded will become places where my light shines with unusual power. But first you must let me touch them. You cannot keep locking the door and asking why healing has not entered. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. I do not force my way into the rooms of your heart. I call, I wait, I invite. But now, my child, you must open. Open the place where you are disappointed with me. Open the place where you think I came too late. Open the place where you have quietly accused me of not caring. Open the place where you are ashamed of what you did, what you said, what you allowed, what you became when pain overwhelmed you. I already know. Nothing in you surprises me. Nothing in your past frightens me away. I have seen the darkest chapter, and still I call you mine. You are the one who has been hiding. You are the one who has been afraid to come close. But my love has not changed. I am not waiting for you with stones in my hand. I am waiting with mercy, truth, and the power to make you new. You believe that because you failed before, you will fail again. You believe that because doors closed before, no door will open now. You believe that because people left before, everyone will leave. You believe that because prayers seemed unanswered before, heaven is not listening. But those beliefs were formed by wounds, not by my truth. I am not the people who abandoned you. I am not the voice that mocked you. I am not the hand that wounded you. I am your Father. I am your refuge. I am the one who saw you when no one else did. I am the one who kept you alive through nights when your thoughts became too heavy. I am the one who carried you through storms you still do not fully understand. There were moments when danger came close and you never saw it. There were paths you wanted badly, but I blocked them because I knew what waited beyond the first beautiful appearance. There were relationships you cried over losing, but I saw the hidden damage they would have done to your spirit. There were opportunities that vanished, and you called it failure, but I called it protection. One day you will thank me for the doors I did not open. One day you will understand that not every delay was rejection. Not every silence was absence. Not every closed door was punishment. Many of them were my hands standing between you and something that looked good, but would have stolen your peace. My child, I need you to trust me again, not only with the parts of your life that are easy to surrender, but with the parts you keep hiding behind your own plans. Trust me with your time. Trust me with your future. Trust me with your relationships. Trust me with your healing. Trust me with the prayers that have not yet been answered. Trust me with the dreams you buried because you were tired of hoping. I have not forgotten what I planted in you. I have not misplaced your prayers. I have not failed to see your waiting. But I am not building something shallow. I am building something that will last. I am preparing you not only to receive, but to carry what I give without losing your soul. You keep measuring your life by the speed of others. You see people moving ahead, receiving things, building things, becoming visible, and you wonder why your life feels slower. But I do not measure your journey by comparison. I know the pace your soul can carry. I know the foundation you need. I know the hidden strength that must be formed before the visible blessing arrives. If I gave you certain things too early, they would crush you. If I opened certain doors before your roots were deep, the wind behind those doors would uproot you. So I have allowed waiting. I have allowed stillness. I have allowed seasons where you felt hidden, not because you were forgotten, but because hidden roots matter more than visible branches. Do not despise the hidden place. That is where I prepare my servants. Joseph was hidden in a pit and in a prison before he stood in authority. David was hidden in fields before he stood before giants and kings. Moses was hidden in the wilderness before he led my people. Even my son lived unseen for many years before the appointed time came. Hidden does not mean useless. Waiting does not mean wasted. Silence does not mean I have stopped writing. The hidden place is where I remove pride, deepen compassion, sharpen discernment, and teach you how to depend on me when applause is absent. My beloved, I need to speak to the part of you that wants to give up. You have said in your heart, maybe this is all my life will ever be. You have lowered your expectations, so disappointment will hurt less. You have stopped praying certain prayers because you think they are too late. You have stopped dreaming certain dreams because you fear looking foolish. But I am breathing on what you buried. I am not finished with you. The fact that you are still here is not an accident. The fact that this message is reaching you now is not random. I am stirring something you thought was dead because I am preparing you to rise again, but not in the old way. This time, you will rise with deeper humility, deeper wisdom, deeper dependence, and a clearer understanding that your strength is not your own. Do not ignore me, because this is a turning point. You may not feel dramatic thunder around you, but in the spirit, a line is being drawn. You cannot keep living divided forever. You cannot keep saying you love me while giving your heart to things that pull you away from me. You cannot keep asking for my peace while choosing thoughts and habits that feed fear. You cannot keep asking for my direction while refusing to let go of your own control. I am merciful, but I am also truthful. I will not pretend that what is harming you is harmless. I will not bless what keeps you chained. I will call it what it is, so that you can be free. Freedom may feel uncomfortable at first, because chains can become familiar. A prison can feel safe when you have lived there long enough. But my child, you were not created for a small room of fear. You were created for spacious places in me. You were created to breathe without the constant weight of shame. You were created to walk without the old voice telling you that you are always behind. You were created to love without losing yourself. You were created to serve without seeking approval from every human heart. You were created to belong to me fully, not partially. Not only when life is hard, not only when you need help, but every day, every breath, every step. I am calling you back to prayer, but not as a ritual you rush through. I am calling you back to conversation. Speak to me honestly. Tell me where you are angry. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me where you feel confused. Tell me where you have stopped trusting. I do not turn away from honest weakness. I draw near to it. Do not polish your words to impress me. I know the truth already. A broken prayer spoken with sincerity reaches me more deeply than beautiful words spoken with a distant heart. Come close as you are, but do not expect to remain unchanged. My presence receives you with mercy and transforms you with truth. I am calling you back to my word, not as a sentence on a page that you read and forget, but as bread for your soul. The world has been feeding your mind with fear, comparison, impatience, and confusion. My word will cleanse your thoughts. My word will correct the lies. My word will remind you who I am when circumstances try to redefine me. My word will show you who you are when shame tries to rename you. Stay near to it like a cold traveler stays near a fire. Do not drift from it. In the coming days, you will need truth that is already planted inside you, because many voices will speak, and not every voice will carry light. I am calling you back to obedience in small things. Do not wait for a great mission while ignoring the instruction in front of you. Forgive where I have told you to forgive. Release what I have told you to release. Apologize where pride has kept you silent. Stop returning to what you know weakens you. Begin the discipline I have placed on your heart. Send the message I told you to send. Step back from what I told you to step back from. Small obedience opens large doors. Delayed obedience keeps you circling the same mountain. I do not ask you for everything at once to crush you. I ask for the next step so that you will learn to walk with me. My child, this may be the last time I speak to you in this exact way, before certain things shift. That does not mean my love will disappear. It means this window of warning has weight. There are seasons when I call gently again and again, and then there comes a moment when the next step must be taken. Do not keep asking for another sign if I have already spoken. Do not keep delaying because fear wants more evidence. Faith is not always having every detail. Faith is trusting the one who leads. Abraham did not receive the full map before he obeyed. Peter did not receive a calm sea before he stepped out. The Israelites did not see the Red Sea part until they stood before it. There are moments when obedience comes before understanding. I know your heart says, "What if I obey and lose something?" But I ask you, what if you disobey and lose yourself? What if the thing you are holding is the very thing keeping your hands too full to receive what I have prepared? What if the comfort you protect is the cage I am trying to open? What if the person you fear losing is the one whose influence keeps your spirit weak? What if the delay you hate is the shield that has protected your life? You do not see as I see. You see the immediate feeling. I see the destination. You see the door. I see the room behind it. You see the relationship. I see the fruit it will produce. Trust my sight more than your fear. There is blessing ahead, but it is not the shallow blessing your impatience sometimes demands. I am preparing blessing that heals your identity, strengthens your spirit, opens the right doors, connects you with the right people, and positions you where your life can carry purpose. I am preparing peace that does not collapse when circumstances change. I am preparing wisdom that will help you discern what is good from what is merely attractive. I am preparing courage that will make you stand when others compromise. I am preparing tenderness that will keep you from becoming hard after pain. I am preparing a testimony that will not only comfort you, but reach others who are standing where you once stood. You think your scars disqualify you, but I will use them. You think your past makes you less useful, but I will redeem it. You think your delays make you late, but I will show you that my timing has been precise. You think your tears were wasted, but I have gathered them. You think your silence was empty, but I was forming roots. You think the closed doors were rejection, but they were redirection. You think the broken pieces are proof of failure, but in my hands, they are material for a new story. I will bring people near you who need what I have taught you in secret. They may not come asking for a sermon. They may come with tired eyes, heavy hearts, and hidden questions. They may not know why they feel safe around you, but they will sense the peace I have built in you. Do not think you need perfect words. Speak from truth. Speak from what I have done. Tell them that I was near when you felt forgotten. Tell them that I restored what shame tried to destroy. Tell them that waiting was not wasted. Tell them that pain was not the final chapter. Your life will become a quiet lamp in places where people have grown used to darkness. But first, my child, let me finish the work in you. Stop fighting the process. Stop running from stillness. Stop filling every quiet moment with noise because you are afraid of what you might feel. Sit with me. Let me reveal what needs healing. Let me show you where fear has been driving your choices. Let me uncover the lies you inherited from rejection, failure, and disappointment. I do not reveal wounds to shame you. I reveal them so I can heal them. I do not expose darkness to embarrass you. I expose it so that it loses power. Nothing can be healed while it remains hidden from the light. I need to talk to you about your worth. You have allowed too many things to define you. The approval of people, the absence of people, the speed of your progress, the mistakes of your past, the money you have or do not have, the doors that opened or stayed closed. But none of these has the authority to name you. I named you mine. I called you beloved. I formed you with intention. Your worth was not created by success, and it cannot be destroyed by failure. You are not valuable because everyone sees you. You are valuable because I see you. You are not loved because you perform well. You are loved because my heart is faithful. When you fail, come to me. When you are ashamed, come to me. When you are angry, come to me. When you feel spiritually dry, come to me. Do not let the enemy convince you that distance will make you clean. Distance only makes the heart colder. Come near, and I will cleanse you. Come near, and I will restore you. Come near, and I will teach you how to walk again. The prodigal son did not heal himself in a far country. He came home, and the father did not meet him with rejection. He ran toward him. My heart toward you is full of mercy, But mercy is not permission to stay in the far country. Mercy is the open door that brings you home. There are things I will ask you to stop. You already know. I have been patient. I have whispered. I have warned. I have allowed discomfort. I have allowed certain consequences to wake you. Do not harden your heart. The longer you ignore conviction, the quieter your sensitivity becomes. I do not want you numb. I want you alive. I want your spirit tender enough to respond when I speak. A tender heart is not a weak heart. A tender heart is one that still belongs to me fully enough to be moved by truth. There are also things I will ask you to begin. Begin praying before reacting. Begin blessing before complaining. Begin thanking before everything changes. Begin speaking life over yourself, instead of repeating curses over your own future. Begin making room for my presence in your day. Begin choosing what strengthens your faith over what entertains your fear. Begin walking as someone who believes I am with them, not as someone abandoned to chance. These beginnings may seem small, but they will shift the direction of your life. My child, you have asked for a sign that I am still with you. This is one. Not because the words are dramatic, but because your heart knows I am reaching for you. Even now, as you listen, a part of you recognizes that I am speaking to places no one else sees. That stirring in your chest is not random. That heaviness lifting slightly is not imagination. That quiet conviction is not condemnation. It is my spirit calling you back to life. Do not push it away. Do not say, I will deal with this tomorrow. Tomorrow is not yours to control. This moment is where obedience begins. I do not say this to make you anxious. I say it to make you awake. There is a difference between fear and holy urgency. Fear makes you run from me. Holy urgency makes you run toward me. Fear says, you are doomed. My spirit says, come home now. Fear says, God is finished with you. My spirit says, I am still calling you. Fear says, hide. My spirit says, open the door. So choose carefully which voice you will believe. I have never needed perfect people to fulfill my purpose. I have used the fearful, the broken, the delayed, the rejected, the overlooked, the ones who thought they were unqualified. I look at the heart, and I am looking at yours now, not to condemn it, but to claim it fully. Give me the divided places. Give me the hidden places. Give me the tired places. Give me the places where hope feels small. Give me the places where resentment has grown roots. Give me the places where you are afraid to trust again. I can do more with surrendered weakness than you can do with protected pride. The last time I speak to you like this, I want you to remember my heart. I am not against you. I am for your restoration. I am not trying to take life from you. I am trying to remove what steals life from you. I am not trying to shame you. I am trying to free you from shame. I am not closing your future. I am opening a path that cannot be walked while you keep holding on to what destroys you. I am not calling you because you are worthless. I am calling you because you are precious. Now breathe, my child. Let the noise settle. Let your heart become honest. You do not need to pretend with me. Say, Lord, I hear you. Say, Lord, help me obey. Say, Lord, take what I cannot carry. Say, Lord, show me what I must release. Say, Lord, do not let me ignore your voice. Even a simple prayer, spoken with a sincere heart, becomes a doorway for grace. Almighty God, my Father, I come before you with the truth of my heart. I confess that many times I have ignored your voice. I have delayed obedience. I have chosen familiar things even when they were draining me. I have allowed fear, distraction, shame, and comparison to guide me more than your word. Forgive me for the times I treated your warnings lightly. Forgive me for the times I called your protection rejection. Forgive me for the times I ran from stillness because I did not want to face what needed healing. Lord, open my ears again. Make my heart tender again. Remove every lie that says I am too late, too broken, too far, or too unworthy for your love. Teach me to trust your timing. Teach me to obey your direction. Teach me to release what you ask me to release, even when my hands tremble. Bring me back into your presence, not as a visitor, but as a child who belongs in the Father's house. I surrender my future to you. I surrender my relationships to you. I surrender my hidden fears to you. I surrender the dreams I buried and the pain I misunderstood. I ask you to lead me into truth, to protect me from deception, to strengthen me for the season ahead, and to make my life a testimony of your mercy. Do not let me ignore you again. Do not let my heart become hard. Let your voice be louder than fear, louder than shame, louder than the world, and louder than every lie of the enemy. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for speaking one more time. Thank you for loving me enough to warn me, guide me, correct me, and restore me. I choose to come closer. I choose to listen. I choose to trust you. In Jesus' name, amen. My beloved child, remember this as you rise from this moment. I have spoken because I love you. Do not return unchanged. Do not treat this as only a message you heard. Let it become the turning point where you stopped running, stopped delaying, stopped ignoring, and began walking with me again. I will not fail you. I will not abandon you. I will not leave the work unfinished. But now, take my hand and follow.